I like playing with my nipples while I'm getting my ate.
Amen.
I like my nipples too.
I do too. Gently bit.
Real
Gently
men.
bit.
Real men eat to get their nipples.
Attention all cheese eaters. Tops Off World Tour kicks off November 15th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Cincinnati, Nashville, Little Rock, Springfield, Philadelphia, Norfolk, Winston-Salem, Fairfax, Roanoke, Rochester, Worcester, Newark, Providence, and Albany, New York, December 10th. We're rolling right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute fucking honor as a hip-hop fan, as a Floridian, as a man, as a fellow ass eater to bring on Trick Daddy Dollars.
What's going on, man?
Buddy, I've told you we just did your cooking show. Bitch, I got my pots. It's you can find it online. It's awesome. You are a legit chef.
Yeah, and what I wanted to do first, I wanted to make sure I cooked at the cooking show. So, you know, my two business partners, CO and EJ, they was like, "Oh, how we gonna do that?" I said, "Well, we need to figure it out."
Yeah.
They was like, "Well, ain't no ventilation system." I was like, "Fuck that." So we built the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I said, let's just get the flat cooktop. And so we built the stove, and it was moving at first. We locked it down. I said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cook all simple meals. A lot of things I want to cook. A lot of things that I want to cook, I don't cook, like oxtails. It's gonna take.
Can I tell you? Snoop introduced me to oxtails.
Oh man,
we did a TV show together, and I said, I said, what's for lunch? And he goes, I'm not eating that shit. I said, what? And he goes, I order off. He goes, why don't I just put in an order for you? Every time I order mine, I'll just get you one. And they dropped off oxtails, and I fucked up oxtails.
And y'all was in the Bay?
Macon, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was finna say they can't cook oxtails in Cali like they cook them in the South.
No.
Because I am the oxtail man. Like,
do you serve that at Sundays?
No, I don't sell it at Sundays because it's very expensive. And when people do sell oxtails, if you buy an oxtail dinner, the dinner will consist of 3 pieces of bone with a little meat around it.
Yeah.
Because the oxtails are like $12 a pound.
And it's all bone.
And it's mostly bone. So that's why a lot of the island restaurants, they pile all that goddamn rice up on your plate to try to psych you out and fill you up.
Yeah. That's the truth. What can I tell you? It was interesting to me as a hip hop fan, and I wonder if you saw hip hop the same way I did. Is that you would hear phrases in a song that would leave a mark on you, and then you would imagine more about that artist because of that song.
Well, of course, big NWA fan.
Fucking huge.
Big EPMD fan.
Yes.
Big Public Enemy fan.
Ooh, I remember Public Enemies when I found out not all black people like white people.
And listen, what it is
I was like, I think they're talking about me. They're definitely talking about my dad.
but the thing is being born and raised in the South, I can honestly say that I have never been through racism.
Really?
Because we have everything else except for racist white folks down here.
You got everything in Miami.
We got racist black folk, racist Spanish folk, we got racist Haitians, racist Jamaicans, Trinidadians, everybody. If you call a Colombian a Cuban,
ooh, do not make that mistake.
That's worse than a white man calling a black man a nigga.
Well,
I'm gonna do this. And you never knew, and I never knew that it was different kinds of Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
So I learned Spanish from my Cuban homeboy, and I was talking to my homeboy from Venezuela, trying to talk to him in Spanish, and I must have said something about his mama, because he was like, don't fucking play with me. I'm like, what the fuck?
The phrase we grew up with was, the phrase for gay dudes when I was a kid was duck. Que pato is meant like oh, look at that. You're que pato if you did something that wasn't manly. But anywhere else, that just means what's up with the duck.
And we only knew. And these were the times. This was before gay was a norm. This was a time when you were gay, you had to wait till you was 30 years old to come out of the closet.
Yeah.
And we only term for that was a Jamaican term called a bati boy.
I heard that.
That was never. We didn't have another term for it.
Yeah, I like how, and I have to say this. I like how progressive you are, because you are progressive,
right?
But here's the thing: is I will say that we're the same age roughly,
right?
And we didn't grow up naturally being progressive,
Right.
are the dudes we grew up with, homophobia was the norm.
It was the norm. It was the norm.
Yeah.
And then as we got older, we realized, okay, well, at least I'm not gay. and you know, and I have a little brother that I believe that he's been gay. And I'm like, you need to come out of the closet. And every time I say it, he get offended.
Yeah.
But I know some of the most wonderful, one of the most smartest, successful people I know are gay. My general manager of my restaurant is a gay black man. And everybody love him. I even have a homegirl that's got a daughter that says that she can make him not gay no more. She's that much in love with him.
Yeah.
But he said he can't do it. And we hang around and we hang together. And I just want people to know that there's something for everybody. Now, the people that I have a problem with is that the people that are pretending to be gay to fit in.
That's, yeah.
Because when I keep telling them, y'all have a problem with homosexual men, but homosexual men don't bull their egg. Like for every homosexual man, there's a man that like homosexual gay men, and and he's got somebody for him. So you don't need to worry about him. Mm-hmm. You need to worry about yourself. And plus, I grew up in a family where my mom got 11 kids from 10 different men. So I understand. Now, at first I didn't. I was like, well, damn, huh?
Yeah.
But then I realized, we grew up in the projects where it was actually a project where you couldn't have a man staying in your house. So after a while, my mama must be like, shoot him off. Like, now you got to go now because you ain't finna mess up my hood because I need it for my kids.
Yeah.
And by the time he get too far down the road, she pregnant. and that's it. And I came from an era where in the 4th or 5th grade, if you was a virgin, they picked at you. So I grew up in Liberty City in the Pennsylvania Project. I had it real rough. I had to make decisions as a grown man, as a 5-year-old grown man, where by 8, I had a bill to pay. By 8, I was buying my own school shoes. Like,
really?
I pumped gas, I bagged grocery, I raked yards, I ran store errand, I sold newspaper, I sold fruit. And when we didn't know where the cleaners was, we had a wash house, they had the pressing machine, so we would wash our clothes in the bathtub, let them dry, almost dry on the clothesline with clothespin, and then a group of us would go down to the laundry store and put a quarter in the pressing machine, and we was going to school with the crease like they.
Yeah.
We was the poor rich folks.
What was I grew up in Florida, but like, what was a childhood in Liberty City like? What was a childhood in Miami? What are your fondest memories? And I would love to know, like, because I remember being scared as a child, like being
terrified. Well, I was terrified.
Really? Because you're a tough dude.
God, the devil, the police, and my mama.
Really?
I was terrified of them. Anybody else could get it. I was suspect. If they tried me in school, without remembering my mama, I would punch them in their mouth and beat them crying. Because when the teacher called my mama, she gonna beat my ass.
Yeah.
And we grew up in Miami was, you catch mine doing something wrong, you beat their ass.
Yeah.
Don't go talk about my kids to your neighbors. And all. You catch mine doing. So if your friend mama gave you ass whooping, you pray she don't tell your mama because that's 2 ass whooping. And we grew up on some things like, don't, after school, come home, take off your school clothes, put on your play clothes.
Yep, I grew up like that.
No opening refrigerator. You don't just open it. A child do not open the refrigerator in my era unless the adult sent them and told them to go get them something out the refrigerator.
Really?
If you're thirsty, because you've been outside in the sun playing, get that half a water hose and let them.
I was gonna say that.
Get that half a water hose and you drinking about that water hose.
Yep, that was that. I remember, and you couldn't drink off a neighbor's water hose. You had to drink off your own water hose. I got in trouble for drinking off my neighbor's water hose one time.
If your neighbor, if your best friend mom asked you if you wanted something to eat, you had to say no.
Yeah,
because it's like her son came over here hungry. I want to think I don't feed my kids. You say no.
Oh, I wasn't allowed to get snacks at people's houses.
No, definitely not. And I wasn't allowed to eat snacks while my friends was at my house.
Oh.
Because now I got to offer them a snack, and now I'm going to get my ass whooped because I'm eating up my little brothers and sisters' snacks.
What was your go-to if you went to a convenience store and your mom gave you, like, I remember you could go to a convenience store. We had a Circle K by our house, and you go there with 50 cents and make out. Yeah. I remember my go-to was watermelon Jolly Ranchers, was my go-to.
My go-to was I love Chico sticks.
Really?
I love Chico sticks, and I love mystery mix now laters. The mystery mix now later. I mean, every now later was a different flavor and a different color. I like that. But we didn't get 50 cents. What we got was a food stamp bill, a $1 food stamp. You could buy candy and chips and snacks with food stamp.
Yeah?
If we needed to catch the bus, we got $2 food stamp. You go buy you something for 10 cents, 20 cents, you get your 80 cents back.
Yeah.
You go to another store and you do the same thing, you get your 80 cents back. Now you got bus fare to and from.
Oh, so you could take it, get something little.
And get your change
your change back.
Right.
Wow. What song reminds you of your childhood the most? Like, I know you were a Michael Jackson fan.
Well, Drawing the Wind is one. Yeah. But my favorite Michael Jackson song came as I got older. That's Man in the Mirror. Yeah. Because I'm real big on words, and I when I hear a song that I like, I already see a video, even if that's not their video.
That's how I was introduced to you. You had a video, you driving maybe a stolen car through Miami?
A boy.
Yeah.
A boy video.
And man, I saw that video and it just had so much energy. I was like, who the fuck is this? And I was like, and that turned me.
And it was crazy is what inspired that was some 11 and 12-year-olds out of Opelika in the Black Blues, stole a car, got in a chase, and we went and got that car out the police pound.
Really?
And reenacted it the same route he took. And we got helicopters, because back then it wasn't drones.
Yeah.
We had to get a helicopter to follow the chase.
You had to get a helicopter. That's expensive as shit.
Yeah, right now they spending $5,000-$10,000 on videos. Back then, if you spent $150, that was a cheap video.
Do you feel like there's too much hip hop right now? Like, I feel like back in the day, because of how you had to make hip hop, you had to have a studio, you had to have a producer, you had to have studio time was expensive. Right. Now studio time is someone on a laptop.
I don't blame everybody that wants to be a hip hop star. I don't blame them.
Okay.
You have to try something. I respect that before I respect it. Them taking something from some, robbing some old lady, doing some dumb shit that endanger their lives. Yeah. I respect that. Drug dealers don't last no more than 6 months, so don't do that.
Yeah.
But I just think as hip-hop fans, I think that there are no hardcore fans of hip-hop no more.
Yeah.
Every week, there's a hot artist. Every week, and like we call certain names. We know these people's music. When we get around these people, we'll act like a real fan is supposed to act.
Yeah.
The internet connected all the cities, so the country boys think that they're city slickers. So the church boys think that they're killers. So the fraud boys think that they're drug dealers.
Yeah.
So everybody is doing the same thing now. So it becomes watered down, and I think at the long run, it will hurt them because you're making 10 times as much money we made on shows, but you ain't got no publishings. And the publishing is like a free welfare check or a Social Security check.
Yeah.
The publishing is like an NFL pension. You're going to get those checks. And the average person that knows how to live within their guidelines and means, they can survive off a good platinum album or two. You should be straight for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
but they don't sell records no more.
No, you got to live in the time. You got to live in the time where you'd get the phone call, hey, your album just went platinum.
Right. No. Oh, this is what I did. FYE, Sam Goodies.
Oh yeah.
Specs.
FYE. I forgot about FYE.
Specs. Target. And Best Buy. If you got the same album,
yeah,
you're gonna be pissed when you learn this out. That song that you was like, what album is that on? And you can't find it.
Yeah,
it's because you bought it from a different store than the person who got it. Because if I did an album, but I wanted a special promo, and I wanted all my shit on the showcase in the front, I tell Best Buy, okay, I'm gonna give you an exclusive album. Your album got 2 songs on it that you only can buy it if you buy it from Best Buy. You only get these 2 songs for free.
Are you serious?
And we sold records like we were selling cocaine.
Holy shit!
So Specs, the same Thug Matrimony album, you bought it from Specs. You got 2 different songs on it.
Really?
And the biggest misconception back then was this: Everybody thought if they were sold out of my album, they thought I was doing good.
No.
If they sold out, they can't buy it when they get there, dumbass. I need them to stack it up.
Yeah.
And what they don't know is the music game is so much like the dope game because Atlantic Records was El Chapo.
Really?
Slip and Slide Records was Griselda Blanco. And then the buyers, which was my connect, sold it to me in order for me to sell it to the hood.
Really?
So there was a distributor that said it to, there was a manufacturer that sold it to the distributor sold it to the manufacturer sold it to the buyers, and the buyers had the contract with all the big stores.
Wow.
And that's how they predicted what you was gonna sell. That's why they know, this album ain't gonna come out number one. Because he only, when they say you ship such and such, that means they're not shipping shit
They're
for
not
free.
shipping enough for it to go number one. Fuck.
Enough people have to buy it.
So in a weird way, they kind of picked the drug that went into what neighborhoods and who'd get addicted to what.
It's just like when you go in Saks or Bird Eyes or Saks
Bird
and
Eyes.
Macy's.
I've not heard Bird Eyes
No,
in
Saks
forever.
and Macy's. You can go in different Saks in different towns and find different colors of different shoes and clothes. There's a buyer that works for that market. They can't sell you nothing that they didn't order to sell you.
Wow, that's crazy. So they could tell you the week of you're going to go platinum based on how many albums we put. How much of your, and I mean this with respect, but your past life, the deal selling crack, and how much of that went into when you transitioned into music strictly?
All of it.
Really?
I got out because I went to prison on my 15th birthday.
Wait. How scary is that?
That was the most scariest moment of my life. I wore 124 pounds. I was 5'6.5". 124 pounds soaking wet. And when I knew it was real, when it was my birthday, man, the candy got me the day before my birthday.
What?
And then it was like 10 o'clock at night. And they had me in the holding cell till like 2, and they transferred us to South Florida Reception Center, right? And I had to turn my birthday.
You had your birthday in prison? This podcast is brought to you by Helix. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe Collection, the newly released Helix Elite Collection, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, and even a mattress made just for kids. So how are you going to know which Helix mattress works best for you and your body? Very easy. I have zero shoulder pain because of this. You take the Helix Sleep Quiz. You find the perfect mattress in under 2 minutes, and you personalize your mattress. It is then personally shipped to your front door free of charge. And if your spine needs a little extra TLC, they've got you. Every Helix mattress has a design. And if your spine needs a little extra TLC, they have got you. Every Helix mattress has a hybrid design combining individually wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on top. It's the perfect combination of comfort and support. I have said this a number of times. It is the favorite mattress I've ever had. I have it in every single room in my life, and I have no shoulder pain because of it. I used to wake up with a dead hand and dead shoulder from my old mattress because it was hard as a rock. And then I took the sleep quiz. And by the way, you can find this online. You can unpack your mattress in less time than it takes to take the quiz. I did it. Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows. By the way, their pillows are gangster. For our listeners, go to helixsleep.com/Bert and use code HelixPartner20. This is the best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Game time. You shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to the next big event. Game Time is the fastest and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guaranteed, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped up for all the fun you have. I'm going through that fun right now. Get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, and theater, and more. You get images of your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what you're getting when you get there and when you arrive. You know what to expect when you arrive. Buy tickets in a matter of seconds, 2 taps, and you're set. And your boy is pumped. I am going to Thursday night, Rams versus Saints. The anticipation I have is through the roof. I am so excited. I've texted my group. I got 25 tickets. I've tested the whole group. We've got a party bus taking us down there. I cannot wait. Thursday night, Rams versus Saints. This is the fun you should have. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Bertcast for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code BERTCAST for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. You had your birthday in prison?
This is my 15th birthday. So they tell you all your personal stuff, all your personal shit, you're going to have to donate it or send it home. Now, if you just came from the county, it's going to take 10 to 20 days for them to transfer your money and all your shit out your account. You don't got no money to send it home. So they pretty much say, give it to us.
Yeah.
They say you can get a phone book with some numbers in it, 2 pictures, a pen, a toothbrush, comb, and a razor. Everything else got to go. This dude next to me was arguing with them about he want his shit. They took all this shit, threw it in the garbage in front of him, and made him sing me happy birthday. I was so fucking scared. I was like, this dude gonna kill my ass when we get on this campus, man. He got to sing me happy birthday. I don't even know him. I didn't even look up at him. And then the sergeant was like, he's singing you happy birthday. You don't got no fucking respect. Look at him. Tell him thank you.
Oh, God.
And he was singing me happy birthday. And he was crying and singing happy birthday. And I was about to cry. I was like, this big mother, this grown ass man gonna kill my ass when we get in this prison. But when we got in there, they fucked up. They put me behind a cage. And everybody over there was under 25. Oh, I said, I can handle their ass. I've been handling their ass for all my life.
Yeah.
So they put me, I became very popular. And then that's when I learned I could rap.
Really?
But the day I got out of March 17th, 92 on a Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
On probation. My new charge that I violated would happen March 17th, 92, the same fucking day.
The day you got out, you violated.
I violated probation.
On what?
On attempted murder charge. I had life fucked up. When I got out in 95, I said, what I'm not going to do
is that again.
Not only that, I'm not hanging in that neighborhood no more. That neighborhood is bad.
Wait, how did you get an attempted murder charge the same day?
Okay, so I got out at 8 in the morning. I was at a prison called Indian River right here in Vero Beach.
Yeah.
By the time I get home, it's about 11:30.
You're 18? You're 18 at the time?
No, I'm 16 at the time.
Okay, keep going.
I go home. I go to sleep. The phone ringing, the house phone ringing, but beeping on vibrated so much it fell on the ground. I picked it up. Oh, shit, I was going to go pick my stepsister up from school. When I get out there, it's a big-ass fight. And the dude walked up to me and said, hey, you scrap? I was like, why, what happened? You left for to kill this nigga such as. I'm like, no, man, that's my homeboy. You got me fucked up. Back up. Later that day, a dude that used to work for my brother had a Vert. And I was like, man, let me hold a Vert, man.
What's a Vert?
A convertible.
Oh, yeah.
I like, let me hold the Vert. So we in the Vert, and me and my dude in the car, and we at the stop sign, and he, instead of opening the door, he jumps out the Vert, and him and this dude fighting. The dude beating his ass. I'm like, dog, you tripping, dog. I made a mistake and maybe hit the dude a time or two with the pistol, you know. Maybe like, allegedly. So we hit him across the head, boom. So by that time, his uncle comes out the front door. We in front of their house. I don't know.
Yeah.
My homeboy telling me, drive this way. I've been in prison. I don't know what's going on. I don't know they beefing with these little young niggas.
Yeah.
They had the long box. This is my first time seeing this. He had a Kreischer. He hit the long box, boop, and the trunk opened. I never had seen that before.
Yeah.
This wasn't out in the 90s.
No.
It wasn't out in 1990. I ain't never seen this before. First thing I think, oh, he getting the gun. So when he stuck his hand in the trunk, I wouldn't have letting that bitch go. Blum, 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 blum. He came to my house. He was like, telling my stepmom, he wanted to be a big man. I'm going to treat him like a big man. I ain't never know what was going to happen. He pressed charges on a little boy, man. But if I had to do it all over again, I hit his ass. I get a little closer and hit his ass. But I would not say I won't want to go to prison because to be under 50, I know about 200 dead people. And I think that's a lot.
That's a lot. I only know like 10.
I know 200, and I know 200 personally, not
like family members,
friends,
people you grew up with. Did you become numb to it?
I don't like last 2 weeks, and last 2 weeks my homeboy I hang with every day. One of my other homeboys, my godson daddy, and the girl that worked at my gate, all their mama died on the same day.
Ooh.
We have to learn how to enjoy life. Music is supposed to take you somewhere.
Mm-hmm. See
how we was on my cooking show and you was reminiscing about the first song when you met your wife, the first time you slapped your wife on the ass, the first time when you met. That's what music is supposed to. It's supposed to remind you of something.
Oh, it's the best. You can almost smell it.
And music is not supposed to get you killed.
No.
It's not supposed to get your house shot up.
Uh-oh.
It's not supposed to make your mama grieve. Music is supposed to be candy for the soul. And I like music that means something. I'm a Aretha Franklin, Betty Wright,
Otis Redding,
Mary J. Blige.
Oh, wow. Mary J. Blige, yeah. I just watched Nas for the live at a jazz fest. You forget, because you haven't listened to him for a second.
Right.
You forget how many. That was the beautiful thing about Versus, was that it reminded you how talented people were.
No, I'm going to tell you what my most upsetting moment in hip-hop, when I sat back and realized that just with a few words, everybody in hip-hop turned their back on Ja Rule.
I remember that so vividly because Ja Rule, I got my dick sucked 4 times to that song. What he did with what's her name, the girl, Ashanti.
I mean, I just seen him perform at the Billboard Awards last month, and he did about 8 of them records. And I was like, do y'all realize Ja Rule toted us for 3 years, hit after hit after hit after hit, and y'all turned y'all back on him?
Immediately. They started calling him by his government name.
And I was like, boy, that's when I realized, boy, that bitch karma is undefeated, and hate is not a lover, because love don't love nobody. Everybody, and I always tell the people, like one thing about me, I could tell you that my mama got 10 baby daddies.
Yeah.
I could tell you I grew up in the house when I made a comment about we was discussing vocalists, and they tried to take the Beyonce comment I made and say, oh, I say Beyonce can't sing. I say, no. I was saying there's a difference between singing and singing.
Yeah.
As far as entertainer, nobody could stand next to her.
Yeah.
This is what I know. When you can choreograph moves and have 50 other people doing it and all y'all on time, that's pure raw talent.
Yeah.
Now, I was saying vocalist, her voice, they can't melt and pour on Whitney Houston voice.
Ooh.
She could never sound like Adele.
I mean, I Whitney Houston, she did the Star Spangled Banner.
And it made that seem like a whole nother song.
It's a totally different. I dare anyone to watch it. I'll put a link under here right now. Go click it, and if you don't cry, then you're in Hamas.
It's just like the OJ. It's just like the OJs.
The OJs.
When they sung Silent Night, I didn't want to hear Silent Night from nobody else.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. And then they sit in the beehive at me. I ain't no internet nigga. I'm really on this. I'm active. I do this shit, right? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. They doing bad reviews on my restaurant, and they doing all this shit. My son called him. My son said, Dad, I got bees over all of my pictures. I'm like, what the fuck is
bees? That? Your son's a rapper.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying, what the fuck that mean? I'm like, my daughter, Dad, I got an inbox full of bees. They said honey to my daughter. One of my, not my official daughter, one of my, I'm like a stepdaddy, one of them daughters. And so what I decided to do was this. I'm going to go and give a comment. They say, yeah, I think you should apologize. I don't know what they was to apologize. Who am I apologizing to?
Yeah.
The Beehive? Oh, I apologize. If I apologize to Beyonce, if she cared, Beyonce don't give a fuck.
No.
Y'all are mad at me. Beyonce don't give a fuck. Beyonce ain't worth $1 billion. If I think that she couldn't sing, would you think if I really thought that she couldn't sing, you think she give one fuck? No, she don't care nothing about that.
Yeah.
So I responded to the Beehive. I was like, I don't give a fuck about no bees. I grew up with cockroaches in my house. You know, like my blood don't pump Kool-Aid.
Oh, mine does.
I love being me.
That's why we love you.
I love Anita Baker. I love Shirley Murdoch. I like baby making music. We don't have nothing. I know that R. Kelly, but I know before R. Kelly became the Peter Man, I know R. Kelly wanted to be Aaron Hall and Keith Sweat all together.
Yeah.
I understand that. I know that OJ ain't killed Nicole. Not with no Bruno Marley's on.
Yeah.
He could have put a pair of Reeboks on, a pair of Adidas. I know Mark Furman was the only one got found guilty in that whole trial. I watched all that. I know that if it wasn't for rapping, that I'd probably be dead in prison. If it wasn't for Luke and Ted Lucas that slip and slide, I know that.
Yeah.
When you know some shit, and out of all the things I just said I noticed, half of those things are 50-50. Because half of those things I can prove, and the other half is what I feel.
Yeah.
You got to learn to separate your feelings from facts. You got to learn to do that. That's why we don't have, like, for instance, you talked about your wife 5 times on my show. Men don't do that. You love your wife.
Yeah.
How many friends y'all have that are in love like y'all have?
Not a ton.
People don't know how to love no more, bruh.
Yeah.
Because for one, the women think they're choosing us. They don't realize we choose each other.
Amen.
We choose each other.
Yeah.
You just like you chose to be with me, I chose to be with you.
Yep.
And they don't know. Well, women think that their body, their pussy, their hair, their pretty lips, face is what got you hooked.
Yeah.
If that's all you bring it to the table, we even.
Yeah. That shit goes away.
Yeah, I need some excitement now.
I need someone to talk to. I want to hear your opinion. Like, I need you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I need you to hold me accountable. When I'm drinking too much, I need you to call me on it.
Thank you. I need my back rubbed, my feet. I need to be cursed out and complimented.
I need to be touched like a dog. Like, every now and then, I need you to come up behind me and find the spot I didn't know I needed itched, and I want to lean into it.
Man, don't ask me. Don't you know I only require you to cook twice a week.
Yeah. I'm going to cook most of the time.
Right. Twice a week if you cook. So don't call my phone while I'm out with the boys, because this is my day to hang with the boys. Don't be calling my phone when I'm with the boys asking what you want me to cook. What the fuck you mean? You know what I eat. You know what I don't eat.
Yeah.
Have me something to eat when I get there.
Yeah.
Now, if you cook and I complain about what you cook, now you need to be starting watching yourself. And my number one thing for women in relationships is this. Never let another woman come and tell you more about your man than you know. And then you leave your man for her, you lose all the way around the board. Because I always tell them, they would love to fuck you, but they'll never love the fuck out of you.
Ooh, that should be a fucking t-shirt. That's the fucking...
They would love to fuck you, but they'll never love the fuck out of you.
My wife's old school. Like she's a bad bitch. I think about her a lot. I talk to her a lot, and she doesn't fuck around. Like I said, if you want to feel better about yourself, ask my sisters. But if you want the truth, ask my wife.
Right.
My wife will say shit that hurts your feelings.
And I tell people, don't ask me if you don't want the truth.
Ooh.
Don't ask me, what's your wife's sign?
Oh, shit. Leo, I think.
Leo, that's what.
August 20th?
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
And they say I'm unbalanced, but I'm very much, but I made sure I wore all the cocaine I saw. I wore it to the T because we had the triple beam scale. We had that digital shit that'd get fucked up by the cell phone.
Triple beam is where you had to move it over?
Yes, you had to move it over like the scale that you weigh yourself on. And what I do is, when people come to me to event, right, Bert? When they come to me to event, I make sure that they're not asking me for my advice. If they're gonna ask me, they're gonna have to tell me, so what do you think?
Yeah.
A lot of times people just want you to hear them out.
Uh-huh.
And you would hate to be giving advice to somebody who just wanted you to hear them out and you give them some badass advice.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never been that type of person. I don't give not one fuck was ever given. I only like the people that like to be liked. I don't even like everybody that like me. I like people that like to be liked because I like to be appreciated. I hate apologetic people. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I stopped saying I'm sorry. I'll say it if I fuck up, but I used to do that in line. Like when people bum me, oh, sorry. And I was like, I'm going to stop saying that. I stopped saying that and I stopped saying. Excuse me. I stopped saying that and I stopped saying, people would say, how you doing today? And I used to say, I'm tired because I was tired a lot.
Right.
And then I was like, I bet that permeates the universe and then people see me as tired.
And it send bad negative. That's what it do. It send me negative energy.
Yeah.
When you come to me and apologize, because you just acknowledge how wrong you were. When you apologize to me, it's not gonna make me feel better. Make it up to me.
Yeah.
If you know you fucked up, instead of coming and tell me I'm sorry, come give me a nice drink and say, hey man, this for what I did earlier. I shouldn't have did that, man. I feel so bad about that.
That is, apologies are shallow these days.
Yeah.
People make apologies, especially celebrities make apologies and they don't mean it. I want to mean it. Like if I fuck up, I say something, I get canceled, I gotta, and I'm sure I have fucked up, but I gotta really sit with it before. I'm sure I fucked up. I'm sure there's a fucking compilation video of me fucking up, but I gotta mean it. I gotta say it. I got to figure it out. I got to really feel it to be like, oh yeah, I was a big fuck up. I can't just apologize for no reason at all. I don't mean it.
No, and especially it's about how you feel about something.
Yeah.
If it's about how sometimes what Lil Boosie said.
Let me tell you something. If anyone, that guy is the funnest guy to watch on the internet.
And Boosie said, I should listen to my mama. My mama told me I need to shut my damn mouth sometimes. That's how I used to be.
Yeah.
I used to be trying to listen to people and shut my mouth. When I was first dealing with lupus and I was getting steroid shots in my face and I was losing my hair and all that, I was like, I didn't want to do no videos. I didn't want to take no pictures. I didn't do no music. Then one day I was like, man, fuck this shit, man.
Yeah. So
when a bitch try to tell me, oh, with your bad skin, I'd be like, you ugly trick daddy looking asshole. and now I just feel so good. I'm so comfortable in my skin that I wouldn't give a flying fuck, man.
One of the best interviews, I told you this earlier, but like you and DMX were my go-to interviews. Like if you guys were on The Breakfast Club or on Drink Champs or anything, that was my favorite interviews to watch because you guys would have what I call sit up in bed energy. Like you'd be watching on your phone. I remember they were talking about your lupus and they're like, how you doing? You said, well, I quit the medication. I started smoking boonk. And I was like this, and you go, it's a little weed with cocaine on it. And I sat up and I went, how the fuck have I never tried boonk? How the fuck? But I go, that's some frontier medicine right there. We are supported by Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. Whether you're a garage entrepreneur or IPO ready, Shopify is the only tool you need to start, run, and grow your business without the struggle. And once you reached your audience, Shopify has the internet's best converting checkout to help you turn them from browsers to buyers. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. And Shopify is truly a global force, powering Allbirds, Rothy's, Brooklinen, and millions other entrepreneurs of every size across over 170 countries. This is possibility powered by Shopify. We only use Shopify. We've been Shopify users the entire time we've ever been in business, I think. Yeah, we are Shopify, and we swear by it. This reads a no-brainer for me. It's what we do. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Bertcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Bertcast now to grow your business no matter what stage you are in. Shopify.com/Bertcast. Do you constantly search for meaningful gifts that your loved ones are going to actually use and like and possibly love? Search no longer. The Skylight Frame is a touchscreen digital picture frame that you can send photos to straight from your phone, and they appear in seconds. This is great for your parents. My parents, they have them all over the house. We keep buying them every time. The Skylight Frame is like a baby book or a time capsule that will save and beautifully display each and every special moment. Photos are displayed in HD resolution. It looks like a real photo frame. Set it up in portrait or in landscape. We have ours in landscape, and we have the 15-inch larger frame that is wall mounted, and it's beautiful. We have it right when you walk in our house, and they just keep scrolling through. It is a great private way to share photos without posting it to the world, which I have done a lot in my life and has become somewhat problematic. So now when I take a badass photo and you get excited about it and you're like, everyone needs to see this, well, you send it to the people that you love. As a special limited time offer for our listeners, get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame when you go to skylightframe.com/Bert. To get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Frame, just go to skylightframe.com/Bert. That's SKYLIGHTFRAME.com/Bert.
One thing I realized in this organization that we live in, we belong to, this organization is called the United States.
Yeah.
They don't want to cure us.
Buddy, you need to meet Joe Rogan. Because do you know who Joe Rogan is?
I'm familiar with the name, but not the person.
So I'm on blood pressure medicine. I'm on cholesterol medicine. And I had a doctor at first who said, I don't want to put you on that because what's going to happen is you're going to feel confident that you're on it. And you're going to start eating like shit. Right now, you're monitoring it because you know you got high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Right. I'd rather have you doing that. And I went to another doctor, and he fucking loaded me up and doubled up my things. And then all of a sudden, your liver enzymes go up. And then all of a sudden, you got to monitor. And so all of a sudden, it's this like new game of spinning plates where you're just trying to make sure the medications don't kill you first.
There is no curable drug.
No.
They're all treatable. And they all treatable because you got to come back.
Dude.
That's a damn shame.
And they don't, and especially when you get a little deeper, and I'm just Bert, and this is Trick Daddy. We're not doctors and we're not medical professionals, so stay on whatever you're on.
Yeah, whatever you on, if it's working for you, stay on it.
But what you find is these pharmaceutical reps go in and make a deal with the doctor, and they go, yo, if you prescribe more
of this,
then you get a kickback.
And no. Then they pay people to try it. They buy lab rats every day.
Yeah.
The first time I took my high blood pressure pill, that shit made me constipated.
That's so crazy. It made my throat close up. I was like, I can't tell if it's panic or not.
And then the doctor said, well, we'll try something else. Like, wait a minute.
And then it gave me a dry cough. And then I had to get off it. And then I got on a new one. And then it didn't work, so they had to double it up. Now I'm taking 2 pills. And now I take
one of the pill, a water pill.
Yeah.
Y'all got to cut that shit out, man.
It's crazy.
Man, give us the shit we need, man. God damn. We giving y'all what y'all need. You get half from a taxes. What the fuck?
It's crazy, too. And then I remember I was at the cardiologist one time. And he said, and I was sitting in the waiting room. I was nervous. This is the best.
I thought you were going to say hard murmur because that's the last. Oh, you got a hard murmur. I'm like, well, when I got that bitch.
I've been told I have a heart murmur.
Like, but okay, because shit, I'm late 40s and now I got a hard murmur. Like, who gave me that motherfucker?
You got sleep apnea yet?
Man, stop, man. Do I? I've been diagnosed with sleep, and I wasn't. They tried to give me the mask, put the mask on and go to. I ain't sleeping this shit. I have a bad dream and kill my motherfucking self.
I have dreams I'm scuba diving all night.
You know they got one now they could put inside your body now?
Fuck. Oh, are you serious?
They got a sleep apnea implant thing that they put in you, and it's supposed to open up your.
I want to know. I want to know what the kickback is on those sleep apnea machines. because everyone's got. I never met a man that likes steak that doesn't have sleep apnea.
But no. So when I did the sleep study,
I did the sleep study.
Put the thing on my arm, put the thing, my finger in the thing, say go to sleep with this. You take it back. They said I stopped breathing 37 times. I went to the bathroom 11 times. And I told her, I said, I was drinking all night. I had to piss it out.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how many times my heart stopped, how many times, like the test is extensive.
Yeah.
And they were like, you got sleep apnea, you better come back. And what's crazy was, I was right before the COVID came out, I was supposed to get the machine. Now they got a whole new machine, something packed, where they got a little, they put it in you, but they say when they put it in you, you go right home in 30 minutes.
They put it in your nose or in your heart?
I don't know where they put it. They put it somewhere. I don't know, but I'm not interested in that.
I'm not getting it.
No, me neither.
I listen, men used to sleep on the floor in a tent and get through shit. I got a really nice bed in my tour bus. Like I sleep really nice. And look, they say I wake up all night, but I don't. I get shit done. And what's your partying like these days? Do you drink anymore?
I drink every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
What time?
I do.
What time's your first drink?
7, 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's so.
I do
good.
all drugs except heroin and Molly and fentanyl and crack.
Yeah.
I do everything else.
Really? How often you smoke weed?
Every day.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a good blunt for you.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. This is El Blunto. It's a great blunt.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you can. That's for you. Oh, here, wait. Take this too. This is my buddy Joey Diaz's weed. It's a really nice. I'll show you the joint. It's a really nice size joint because I find with a joint this size, there's less paper and more weed.
Oh yeah.
So here, have this as well.
That's what I got. We got to exchange numbers because I need all your friends that got this stuff.
Let me tell you something.
I want to be their friends.
I'll set you up with Joey Diaz. He's Cuban, grew up in New York.
Okay.
He spent time in prison.
I fuck with Cuban. Cubans and Puerto Ricans, Puerto Ricans, and Haitians are my most fondest people.
Yeah, Haitians. I partied with some Haitians at the Miami Improv. It was a gang of guys called the Zopound.
That's my main man. That's my boy, Michael Zoe, man. He got a life sentence in prison right now. They
had an album.
Man.
They had an album.
Yeah.
Well, I think the song was We Zoe.
Yeah.
And I met them doing DJ Laz's show down here.
DJ Laz, that's my boy too, the pimp with the limp.
The pimp with the limp. And they came out to my show. We drank tequila and we had some shots. It was a fucking good group of guys.
Yeah, Michael Zoe, that's my boy, man. The police set him up and made up all type of extra lies on him.
They were the ones that introduced me to the fact that not every black person in South Florida is African American.
No, right. We got Haitian, Jamaican,
Asian,
Guyanese, Trinidadian, and a lot of them are Cubans and Colombians.
Yeah,
they look just like me.
It's not Sammy Sosa though. Hey, can I ask you a question based on you've talked about her in music, and I'm just curious because it seems like a different side of your childhood. But what was your grandmother like?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to go back to my grandfather. My grandfather, my mom, daddy, I don't know him.
Okay.
He passed last month. My mom was mad because I want to go to his funeral. But like I said earlier, if you have kids, you got to prepare to be a daddy. You become a daddy, you got to prepare to be a granddaddy.
Yeah.
I didn't know my granddaddy. I see my granddaddy 3 times. When my little brother died, my grandma died, and his sister died. I don't know him.
How old do you live till?
80-something, 90.
That's good genetics.
My grandma, I loved her to death. My grandma never drove, but every holiday and every first day of school, my grandma would catch the public bus to be with her grandchildren.
Really?
My grandma took me to the bean field I pick okra, squash, tomatoes, and snap peas at the age of 7, 8 years old.
In the summers?
In the summer. The first time I worked, I said, my mama, I'm not going back to grandma's house next year because I didn't realize what had happened. See, my grandma saved all my money and she gave it to my mama to buy my school clothes. So my mama was like, my mama ain't tell me. My grandma was like, what you mean you ain't going to my house for the summer? I was like, grandma, I worked all that money and you ain't. She was like, I gave Annie Pearl your money. I was like, what? She done threw you under the bus. So I said, grandma, from now on, I'm going to put my clothes on layaway. They had layaway at the time. Yes. It was a store down here called Zehrs.
I remember Zehrs.
So we had Zaire's, and I take my clothes in there, all my school clothes, I put them on layaway. My Christmas clothes, put them on layaway. And every time I work, my grandma take my work money and pay off my layaway.
Really?
And so I love my grandma. I love my grandma to death.
Who taught you? So your mom's name was Eddie Pearl?
Annie Pearl, yeah.
Annie Pearl. That's who that is.
Right.
What was your grandma's name?
Jessie May.
Jessie May.
Yeah.
I've heard you talk about your mom's name and songs. I didn't know who that was. I thought that was your grandmother's name.
No, Pearl is my old girl.
Sugar water and mayonnaise sandwich?
Yeah, so in Miami, old girl is mama.
Yeah.
And I know in Tampa, old girl is that girl over there.
Yeah.
And Miami is mama. Like old boy is daddy in Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Who taught you manners? Because you're very, like, there's things I know about you. You wake up early, you're very punctual, and manners is a thing with you that I've learned in interviews. But I'm curious,
Who taught me manners?
Because you
ass whoopings.
Really?
Ass whoopings, going to church, going to visiting different churches, learning how to hold your pee. Because if they praying, you better not get up.
Yeah.
And then my mama was growing up in the country. My mama was from King Street, South Carolina. They grew up in the country.
That's Geechee. You taught me Geechee.
Right.
So I didn't know what Geechee meant.
That's what Geechee mean. Rice with everything, a light bread or cornbread, and growing up in South Carolina over there. Those are the Geechee people. They sound more islander when they talk, right? So
that's the name of one of the things I learned is out in South Carolina, there's an island called Defusky. You know that? And it's because it comes off Defusky and means Defusky Island.
I heard. But my mama's like from St. Andrews.
Okay.
Close to Charleston, all that.
Yeah.
And those supposed to be the paths that the slaves travel here on. And so my mama's very disrespectful.
Really?
When we were little, like my mom was banned out of my school. My mom was banned out of the food stamp office.
And wait, where were you in the children? Out of 10, were you middle or oldest?
I'm 2.
You're number 2?
I'm 2.
Oh wow! So you got like young brothers and sisters.
Actually, I got my mom. One of my little brothers died. My mom got 10 living kids and about 40, 50 grandchildren.
Wow! And how many great grandchildren?
1, 2, 3, 4, about 10.
Yeah. And your mom learned on you and your older brother or sister?
My older sister and my mama didn't get along. My older sister had 5 kids when she was 21.
Really?
And I almost cried when you asked that.
I'm sorry.
My older sister and my older sister and me was like the mama and daddy of the house.
Really? We
grew up in the era of the late 70s, early 80s. We was in, as long as food was in the refrigerator, it was like going in and fix y'all something to eat type shit.
Yeah.
That's how I learned how to cook. First thing I cooked was a fried bologna sandwich. So I used to fry Spam.
That's good, by the way.
And so I don't get in trouble. So I don't get in trouble for eating all the light bread for my little brother to making him a sandwich or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, something to hold him off to dinner. I eat that first bread. So I take that first bread and butter it up and grill him and then make me a sandwich on it, put that mayonnaise and mustard on there and make me an old Spam sandwich.
Yeah.
So manners came from truly believing in God and not making excuses for nobody, but my mom was very, very disrespectful. Very.
Is your older sister alive?
Me and my older sister was very, very close. We was real close growing up, but we separated. But the last month or two, I've been talking to her every day. She texts me every day.
Really?
I love you. God bless you, bro. And I told her we might go and for Thanksgiving, we might take all our kids and our grandchildren out of probably Orlando or somewhere in Kissimmee and get us 2 houses and just hang out, cook, eat, play spades and kickball and horseshoe.
Man, how tough was it being the millionaire out of 11? Okay,
it was very tough because first of all, out of $1 million, you got to give 46.8% back to the IRS, and I didn't do that. I couldn't afford it. I had to look out for my family, look out for my brothers and sisters, my niece and nephew. Had to buy a house, had to buy a car, buy some clothes, give me some jewelry, give me some gold. Hold on, I got $250 left. You can't get none of that.
Yeah.
The first 2 years, I made $1 million. I ended up paying over $30 million back to them over on that.
Oh my God!
If you owe the IRS, pay them now. They penalize you, and they put interest on every 24 hours on a total amount.
Fuck. That's crazy. So then I guess it was just level water for you.
Nothing else. Nothing can save you.
Do you own www.thug.com? We are supported by Groove Life. Groove Life has made my life so easy. And this is the Groove Life belt. I'm so excited. It is 2023. Are you still using the same belt from 2003? I am. I still have that belt. It so doesn't fit me. Now is the time, if you're like me, to update your belt game with Groove Life. The Groove belt has proprietary webbing engineered with just the right amount of stretch, and the Groove Life designed the world's baddest buckle. The Groove belt is good for the office, the woods, the backyard, and everything in between. That is the most prolific belt statement I've ever read in my entire life. So often have I gone for a hike with shorts that have belt loops, and I put on a leather belt and I go, I'm not going to ruin this belt because I'm going to sweat in it, and it's going to change the shape of everything. My belly's going to crease over the front. Plus, it never needs to be adjusted. Just put it on and forget about it. Plus, Groove Life makes a ton more than just belts. They've got wallets, rings, watch bands, AirPod cases, and much more. Groove Life has changed the game for me when it comes to credit cards. I used to be filled up with pockets, and now I'm a Groove Life dude, and I have 4 credit cards I travel with. One's a bank card, and it's in my pocket right now. I would pull it out, but I can't get past this unwielding belt that I have. I don't have the Groove belt yet. Let me tell you, I love one belt because I got a belt like that kind of when I was snowboarding, and I love that belt, but it wasn't the best looking belt because it was a snowboarding belt and it wasn't meant to be seen. Need the perfect gift for yourself or for a special person in your life? Head to groovelife.com/Bert20 for 20% off all Groove Life products. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use the link groovelife.com/Bert20 for 20% off your order. One last time, that's groovelife.com/Bert20 for 20% off your order. We are supported by DoorDash. Low on time, make the hours you've got a whole lot happier with Dash Pass from DoorDash. My gosh, my daughters are about to lose their mind. Dash Pass is the one membership you need to get the most out of DoorDash and everyday life. Dash Pass members get $0 delivery fees and up to 10% off eligible DoorDash orders, including groceries, drinks, personal care items, and more. Dash Pass delivers more than just tonight's dinner, including special access to experiences, promotions, and Dash Pass exclusive menu items, all for only $9.99 a month. Sign up for Dash Pass now, and you'll get your first month for free. My daughters are going to lose their mind. This is everything they've ever wanted. All I had to read was drinks. Isla is going to DoorDash drink. She will DoorDash a Diet Coke and not leave her room. Put a little joy back into your schedule. Sign up for Dash Pass today. Use code BERT23 and get 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $12 or more after signing up for Dash Pass. Subject to change. Terms apply. That's 50% off up to a $10 value when you spend $12 or more after signing up for Dash Pass with code BERT23. Subject to change. Terms apply. Sign up for more. Become a Dash Pass member today. Do you own www.thug.com?
You know what? I own it now, but I didn't before. When I did that, the internet wasn't even big like that.
I know. You did it.
But you got to remember. Yeah. You got to remember. I went to prison as a young boy, growing up with a single mom, in one of the worst projects, and like some of my closest friends is doing life in jail or the graveyard. I didn't have time to think. I didn't have time to think of a future. My time was spent thinking of surviving today.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna eat right now. And that's the reason why I never. There's a lot of shit I was supposed to do. A lot of shit that people do. I'm like, man, I could have did that.
Yeah. Do you get anxiety at all?
I don't know, because I'm hyped up. So I think I'm hyped up. I don't know if I get anxiety or not. I know I'm hyped up, and I'm always drunk or high. So I don't know exactly how to feel anxiety.
I wish I was drinking with you. I haven't drank in like 70 days. I've been trying, but I'm worried about my health at times. So I started doing keto, which is cutting the sugar out of your liver.
So what it had to do with the mushroom?
I eat mushrooms.
But does keto because CO don't know how to explain shit right. So what is keto?
Keto is protein and greens. It's just protein and greens. No sugars, no rice, no pasta, no bread. And
that works.
And I'll tell you, man, it cuts your appetite. You lose weight. It's healthy for your liver, very healthy for your liver.
Damn,
and it's really good for cancer cells. It shrinks cancer cells. I said to my cardiologist, in the same day, I was sitting in the waiting room and I was nervous. This older man said to me, "What are you nervous about?" And I said, "What if he tells me I got to quit drinking?" He leans over and he goes, "Secret, you don't have to quit drinking. You can keep even if they tell you to stop." And I went, "Oh, fuck, you can." He's like, "I know dudes that drank themselves to death. You can do whatever the fuck you want."
Yeah.
And then I talked to my cardiologist, and he said, you know, I said, I don't know what to do. I just give up. I don't know what to do with my diet, my thing. I said, I've been in ketosis, which means I've just been eating steak. And he goes, "Stay there." He goes, they're doing studies about ketosis.
It's evening everything out, right?
Dude, I got my blood work back, and it was the best it's ever been. And you know that feeling. Yeah. I know, because me and you are similar men. Right. When you live a hard lifestyle, you go into the doctor, you get your blood work back, you're always like, fuck.
Shaking like drugstore jelly, like, what the fuck? I remember the first time I found out I had lupus, they told my two friends to leave out the room, because they did a culture.
Yeah.
They did saliva.
Yeah.
They went in my nose. They did blood. And they called me back 2 weeks later, and my two friends came in there. We were sitting in the doctor's office, and she was like, she came in looking sad. She was like, "Y'all leave." I was like, "Oh, hell no."
Yeah.
I was like, "Hell no." Nah. You done took all that blood around, all them tests on me. I was like, "Hell no. Y'all stay here. Go ahead and tell me. I'm going to tell them anyway what I got." And she was like, "Lupus." I was like, "Yes." She was like, "No." I'm like, "Man,
I thought it was AIDS.
Right. I'm like, "What do I?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, No. She explained it to me that lupus is something that usually affects middle-aged African-American women.
Yeah.
Just like AIDS, they know where it comes from. They know how to get it, how not to get it, but don't know how to get rid of it.
Wait, how do you get lupus?
Get tested.
No, but is it hereditary?
My daughter don't have it. My son don't have it. Nobody else. Matter of fact, when I was telling people I had lupus, half of the world didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
You were the first person.
Since then, Tony Braxton, Seal, Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon's got lupus? Shut up.
I'm like, what the fuck? These are people just like me. They have lupus. And I don't know, it's touchy, because it's different forms and different kinds of it.
Yeah.
I never one time brought it up to neither one of them, and I've spoken to them. I don't want to live life.
Yeah, live life. Hey, listen, one day it goes all black. You can't help that.
Yeah.
What are you doing between those two hashtags? Like, what you do in life? And a lot of times
I take sit down baths and I get 8 out, because I not only do I eat ass, I get 8 out too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
so.
you defined Eat a Booty Gang.
Yeah.
Eating ass is, I just did it recently, and it's been a while, and I forgot how fun it makes life. Like when a woman says, "I want you to play with my asshole," it makes your heart. It's like a first kiss. It's like you go, "Oh shit, I haven't done that in forever. Wait, Are we going to take showers before we do this?
I take sit-down baths.
Yeah.
I got the manscape because as you get older, as you get older, your hairs on your nuts become gray. So I shave all the gray hairs off my nuts.
Do you use Manscaped, the clippers?
Yes.
They're fucking amazing.
No nagging, no nothing. Just go right across.
With the skin-safe technology and the light down there, they got the little light so you can see it. It's fucking great.
I use the ball toner too.
I'll tell you what I do, and then my wife's gonna hate that I'm saying this, but if we're gonna have a moment, we'll take showers, we'll go in, and then I'll shave her as like a little foreplay. Get her ready. With the
Manscaped clippers. The Manscaped clippers are amazing, ladies. If y'all are watching and listening to this, get the Manscaped clippers for you and your lady, you and your man, because what it is a lot of women body are different.
Yeah.
Some of them can't wax. Some of them can't shave. Some of them allergic to razors. And I'm not eating no chicken pot pussy. I'm no bumpy pussy. I don't eat no bumpy pussy. I don't eat no bumpy. I don't eat nothing bumpy.
I won't fuck with bumpy pussy.
So while you getting ingrown hairs because you're shaving too fast, or you getting bumps because you're irritated, Manscaped, whoever came up with that shit hit a lick. You hear me?
Dude, they have a beard trimmer that's pretty nice too. Because I was saying I was using that to trim my mustache, and then Manscaped hit me up and they're like, "Yo, that's on your balls. We should make another one." And so then their beard trimmer is pretty nice. That's a perfect way to end this podcast. Eat a booty gang. Eat a booty gang.
And please, ladies, no pee-pee, no doodle.
Yeah. Eat a booty gang. Is it okay to eat the pussy after you've eaten the booty?
Yes, I go back and forth.
Yeah, me too. It's like that's just like going from the yeah.
It just shows that we were raised right, because the ass is right there.
Yeah.
It's about this much room, and that's called the gooch.
I have not heard in such a long time. When you're speaking
to the pussy, did you see the neighbor sitting right there on the porch? This lick their ass one time like, "Hey neighbor," like it shows solidarity. It shows a lot of
eating pussy is coming out with a coffee and a cigarette in the morning on your porch. Eating ass is just looking next door and going, "What's up?
Yeah,
you having a good day? How's your son doing? All right." And then you're back to the pussy.
And you eat a bitch ass right, she gonna respect you.
My wife, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, she gonna respect you.
And it shares, it's a bond that you'll never lose. And
the first time I ate a bitch ass, she gave me a high five. Like, bah! I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's trust. If someone lets you eat their ass, that's absolute trust. Now, do you eat when you have your ass eaten? Are you on all fours or on your back? I'm on my back.
I never did all fours. I'm on my back. I'm
on my back.
I've been one leg up, like standing on the side of the bed, one leg on the post and one leg on the ground.
That's not bad.
Like the Underground Railroad type shit.
Harriet Tubman's rolling over in a grave right now.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, on the back, Nori asked me, do I put my legs up? It depends.
Wait, Nori's never had his ass eaten?
I guess not.
Ladies. Oh, he's married.
I guess he in a situationship or a relationship or married.
I think he's married. I met his chick.
Yeah, he's married. They need to tighten up over there.
Yeah.
And let me tell you one more thing, too, before we go. I like playing with my nipples while I'm getting my ass ate.
Amen. Fucking men.
I like playing with my nipples while I get my ass ate. I like playing with my nipples. I like my nipples sucked, too.
I do, too. Gently bit.
Real men. Real men eat ass and get their nipples sucked.
Fuck yes. My wife knows if she wants me to come, all she's got to do is just take her head down, nibble on my nipple, and I fucking blow a load. Inside her. And she's on menopause. That's a reckless load. If when I met my wife and we were listening to Thug Holiday, if I told her one day we won't have to worry about money, and guess what? I'm going to talk about our sex life with this man right here, she would say, no fucking way. There's no Where's my phone?
I'm married.
Yeah.
But my wife be having sex with other men.
What's
She
that?
don't have, my wife don't have sex with me. She has sex with other niggas.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And that's my new clothing line, what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to put on.
Let's see if I can get my wife on the phone. Man, my vision's going.
Me. Damn, man, I feel like you my brother.
I feel like, what do you have a mask on for?
Because your daughter will not ride in the car with me.
How you doing? How you doing, sweetheart?
LeeAnn, this is Trick Daddy. Wait, why are you so quiet?
I don't know.
She's
Nice
sick.
to meet you.
How you doing? You all right? I heard a lot about you.
You did. It was all lies. All lies.
We're talking about Eat a Booty Gang.
God, you guys.
I just wanted to share this moment with you.
It's so cool. You were a big part of raising our kids. You know that, right?
That's right, baby. That's right. So I know you got wonderful kids.
We do. It's because of you.
That's right. Where you get the Scully?
All right. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Get better. Yeah, man.
My wife don't have sex with me, so she inspired my clothing line. I'm gonna make sure I send you some out.
Please. Trick, I got my pots. The boyfriend of one's spouse, a man in a relationship with a married woman, husband-in-law. I like that. Yeah. I like that. And you can't deny a camouflage hoodie is so fucking sick.
I got you. I actually ordered some. I thought they would be here by now, and they ain't here.
Well, I'll tell you what. I would love to have you out. Thank you for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, man.
This is a dream come true. And I would like to have you out in L.A. If I can, I'd love to fly you out, have you on my cooking show. We got our podcast studio there. I'd love to introduce you to some of my friends that got popular podcasts that I think you'd have a fun time with. And because I'll tell you right now, your music's undeniable. Being undeniable is a big thing in my world. And I played it for Kyle here driving over this morning. I was like, this song, and I'd walk him through the songs. This is how the world knows CeeLo Green. I would go through your music catalog and play it. I mean, you are in my top 5 of hip hop. It's Tupac, it's Biggie. Always people have said this. Is fucking Trick Daddy. I've always said this. I'm telling you. I won't even put Eminem in there because and that he's like a white guy go-to. Right. Eminem. But I grew up in the South. I'll put Big Boy from Outkast in there.
Right.
And then I gotta put like MJG or 8-Ball in there. Like that's what I listen to. That has forever. Do you remember back in the day when you could slide CDs into the car and they'd stay in forever?
Yeah.
And that was my go-to. I gotta put Scarface in there too. That motherfucker killed me. But you're a legend, and the fact that I've met you, and I will say I feel like we hit it off. I can die a happy man.
Appreciate it, man. Listen, anytime, whenever, all you gotta do, set it up with CO. Let me know how many days I'm gonna be in LA.
I'll fly you in and out. Fly you out first class. If you get Dr. Luke if you get Uncle Luke on the plane, I'll fly you guys out private. but I just it's a real honor. It's a real honor, and I can't tell you how much this means to me.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Eat a Booty Gang.
Bang bang.
Thank you so much.